My church family, pray for me. Need intercession prayer based on my situation. They had placed me under the Mental Health Act for suspected bipolar disorder, and etc. People are bringing up my past history, because of the problems I have been having with my wife in our marriage. Therefore people such as family members and doctors are saying by word of mouth and old medical records what allegedly happened many years ago, is reportedly happening to me again, which is completely false. They are saying that I am having an emotional psychotic episode, and along with hallucinations, grandeur, bipolar and schizoaffective disorder, and other mental conditions because of what I've been going through with my wife. Because of my spiritual revelation that I have been having, I believe I have been judged unfairly, with the diagnosis they have diagnosed me with. Doctors have now medicated me for mental hallucinations and for spiritual psychosis, for my so-called mental illness. Doctors and my wife and other health professionals have been believing false information because of their ignorance when it comes down to my spiritual biblical theology. Because of my born-again spirit-filled revelation experiences, my wife Tracy, and along with a lot of my family have been saying that I have been having an emotional mental psychotic episode, in the area of psychosis, grandeur, hallucinations and hearing voices, which is completely false. Because of the area of my biblical spiritual worldview, my wife and family are completely ignorant of it, and not being born again spiritually, they are making wrong assumptions from their own biblical religious worldview, so therefore my wife and family are seeing things from a different perspective, more from a religious secular worldview. I perceive and see and acknowledge these supernatural spiritual things from a Pentecostal charismatic worldview, which is too incomprehensible for the unaware and ignorant and untrained man to understand. I am believing, doctors have not been completely honest with me or with themselves, in conjunction with the findings that they have been saying concerning my current situation, that they are saying that I have been experiencing, concerning my mental condition. From my personal perspective, I believe I have been experiencing emotional stress-related, mental anguish because of my current situation that I have been going through with my wife for a number of years, but not what they have diagnosed me having. For a long time I have been trying to get counseling for myself, and for my wife, because of our situation that we have been going through within our marriage. Because my levels of medication that they have given me have not reached the capacity that they think they should reach because of their so-called diagnosis of some mental illness that I have not got, they have diagnosed me having, they have decided to increase my medication on the interpretation and the opinion of the doctor's diagnosis, because of the wrong interpretation because of my biblical theology. They said to me if I refuse to take the medication based on their opinion they will schedule me back to the hospital. Instead of taking my word for it, they are taking my wife's word in the doctor's opinion over mine. I have been trying to explain to them my biblical beliefs from a spiritual perspective, and are ignoring me and are treating me and my words with complete contempt of what I'm talking about based on their opinion when they dialogue with me. They prefer to take my wife's word and the doctor's interpretation of their opinion that they have diagnosed me with. I believe in a spiritual realm and supernatural powers that are working behind the scenes within my situation. Of course these people think differently, and have diagnosed me based on ignorance instead of biblical theology from a spiritual perspective. From their own viewpoints, not from my viewpoint which is based on biblical theology, they have ignored me completely and medicated me from their own opinion instead of researching what I believe and take me seriously. Unfortunately I have been experiencing a lot of the side effects to the medication they had prescribed for me. I have spoken to the doctor, to reduce the medication because of the effect it is having on me. After discussing it with them to lower the levels of medication so I would be able to function better, it seems like they are just ignoring me and are still increasing the dosages. After discussing it with my doctor and case manager, they said if you don't stay on the medication we will put you back in hospital. They said to me if you do not keep on this medication they will force me back in the hospital. They will not change the medication or even listen to me. They refuse to take my word and what I am saying is true, and are treating me as one who has no concept of what I am talking about and what I am saying. My psychiatrist Dr. Dow, and case manager, Karen Verney, are completely undermining me and making me feel worthless, that I have no say in my own life. They will not make the time to listen to me, only my wife. I have been trying to explain to my psychiatrist and case manager what I have been experiencing with this medication. I believe because on the grounds of my diagnosis the doctor had diagnosed me having, they are ignoring me, and are treating me as one who cannot make my own choices and decisions. Would my church family who understands these matters be able to keep me and my wife and family up in intercession prayer, and if you are able to contact me on these matters, that would be greatly appreciated. Yours sincerely truly. New South Wales, Australia. Garry Aglio.